What's up, I'm saying? It's your boy Superloop was back again. I'm here today in West Croydon and I'm trying to get out of here though still. And in today's video we're going to be looking at London's 4 express buses. We're going to be going on each one of them, having a look, seeing what they're about and seeing if they're actually express buses. The first one I'm getting on is coming in about 6 minutes, so let's see what's happening. Let's see if it comes a few minutes early and get on there. Let's go. The bus. Busaroonies. Them things. The most used method of public transport in the UK. They're everywhere. London has nearly 9,000 of them, and there are a handful of them which run on a special set of routes. London has 4 so-called limited stop bus routes, and I was cuckoo enough to go out and ride on all 4 in a day. It was such a sweaty day. London used to have many express limited stop routes which included Green Line and Red Arrow services too. These services gradually faded away as new rail links, improved connectivity, and other factors meant that these routes became redundant. The X26, the X140, the 607 and the X68 are the surviving bunch. And would you also count the 96? I don't know, you guys discuss that in the comments. Enough chatting, let's actually just get on this bus. The X26, which is the longest bus route in London, runs from here, West Croydon bus station, all the way to Heathrow Central bus station via Wallington, Sutton, Cheam and Kingston. The almost 24-mile journey takes up to 2 hours to complete and services run every 30 minutes, and it's actually quite useful for people cutting across South London without using the train. The service has been running in one form or another since the 1970s, originally being the Green Line 726 running between Gravesend and Windsor via Heathrow. You don't get bus routes that long nowadays, huh? Eventually, the 726 was cut down to run between Bromley and Heathrow and being run by Tellings Golden Miller. In 2005, the route was cut between Bromley and Croydon, renumbered the X26 and turned into an express route and now was run by Metrobus. As of 2022, it's run by London General, who honestly fumbled the bag, because this route has had the best buses in London running on it. Just look at them Citaros, man. The best bus in the city. But now they've got these boring double-deckers. These buses actually have dedicated luggage racks, so you're sorted if you're heading to the airport. It actually seemed like most people on the bus were heading there, you know? Look at all these folk going on their holidays while I'm just going to the airport for the vibes. Sometimes I go to the airport just to smell the plain air and buy some overpriced water. But today I'm going somewhere much more exotic than them. Northwest London. Apologies. Our next bus is the new X140 route. This route runs from Heathrow Airport to Harrow Bus Station via Hayes and Harlington, Yeading, Northolt and is operated by London Sovereign. The route was introduced in December 2019 as part of a reshuffle of routes in London in preparation for the new Elizabeth line. As part of this, the legacy 140 route was curtailed between Heathrow and Hayes and Harlington, and the X140 and fellow 278 between Heathrow and Ruislip were introduced. The new setup allows for improved reliability on the 140, more capacity and faster journeys for all on that corridor. I found that even in this big 2022, people are still not used to having a new bus route pop up. It's been 3 years, bro. We'd pass a whole bunch of stops and you'd have folk trying to wave down the bus speeding past them. Like bro, there's a big X on the destination blind. I see X, I think no, not my bus. Like literally, the 2 buses are operated by different companies and have different fleet. Okay, I guess not everyone is a bus nerd here, yeah? But still, it's funny passing hella stops of shocked people wondering why the bus isn't stopping to come and pick them up. I found why I'm in West London. I'm here at Harrow Bus Station. Harrow on the Hill Station is just next door. I'm gonna go down to Uxbridge to get the 3rd express bus. Let's go. The third express route we're going to jump on here is the 607. The route runs between Uxbridge Bus Station and White City Bus Station. It began in 1990 as an express version of the 207, back when it used to run all the way to Uxbridge, which has then since been curtailed to Hayes Bypass. The 21-kilometer route takes around an hour and a bit to travel end to end. I remember like 10 years ago, the 607 used to have my favourite buses on them, bar the Citaros. First bus used to have such a good fleet back in the day. The thing is, with the 607, people have said that it isn't even faster than using the non-express routes, the 207 and the 427, between certain stops, because when you add traffic and longer dwell times at stops, especially during the peak, the other buses are just going to speed past you. When the 207 used to be bendy, having 3 sets of doors where you could board and alight through either door would have cut dwell times like crazy when you compare it to a conventional double-decker. Side note, the day I filmed this, it was stupidly sway, like I've said earlier. You know, I was not feeling the heat that day. My gosh, I was sweating. And we reached the end of the route here, White City Bus Station, which opened in 2008 following the construction of Westfield London, the biggest shopping centre in Europe as of 2018. Oh my gosh, I am sweating. So we're here at White City Bus Station, right next to Westfield. We need to go into town and get the 4th express bus, which is the X68 from Russell Square. There's only a few each day, and it depends if it's in the morning or in the afternoon, and if it's Monday to Friday. So I need to fill up my water bottle, I might get a tube from Wood Lane because it's air conditioned, and then head into town. So we'll see you in a bit. So I've made it to Russell Square. Bus stop for the X68 is just behind me there. Next one's in 7 minutes. Brilliant timing, brilliant timing. So we're gonna get on that. It's actually started to cool down now, so hopefully it's not gonna be too sway. So, see you on the bus. The 4th express route is the X68, which runs during Monday to Friday peak hours between Russell Square and West Croydon. In the AM peaks, the service runs northbound only. In the PM peaks, it runs southbound only. I was following my fellow Europros and hard workers on the journey back to the wilderness we call Croydon. The route spans 19 kilometers and on southbound journeys picks up passengers at all stops between Russell Square and Waterloo, which some people don't actually realise, and then they start raging at the driver for not opening the back doors when they want to get off 2 stops down the line. Then it runs non-stop via either Camberwell or Brixton, depending on driver preference and traffic, and then it drops off between West Norwood and Croydon. The route does vice versa on the way up into town in the morning. The route runs alongside the 68, the 168 and the 468 and is run by Go Ahead, whilst the 68 is run by Abellio, the 168 by Metroline and the 468 by Arriva. You know, what happened to consistency, lads? Come on. An hour and a bit later, we reached Croydon once again, and that was me ready to hit up the local Wendy's. One last thing, as I mentioned earlier, would you also count the 96 as an express bus route? Or the A10? I guess that's a question for another time. So I left Croydon just to end up back in Croydon. Boom. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like. Also drop a comment what you want to see in the future. Subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm going home. See you in a bit.